everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I mentioned in one of my videos that I have not monetized my channel yet because it's actually kind of more of a nuisance for me to monetize my channel at this point than it is to monetize it. And I like the idea of giving you guys an ad-free space and whatnot. But the thing is that, like, the comments were, you guys were so sweet. You guys were like, oh, I'm so appreciative of it. Like, it's so nice to be able to go somewhere and not be sold anything. And, oh, you're so genuine. I'm like, no, like, don't compliment too much. It's just, for now, it's a nuisance because of tax reasons. Also, I do agree that I don't like advertisements. Like, I try and get rid of them as much as possible. But, like, also, I just don't want to, I don't want to sell book of the month because those books don't really align with my tastes. I don't want to sell, like, the Sakura snack box that all the Japan content people do, which is like this monthly subscription box where you get Japanese snacks. I don't want to do that. I don't want to sell a reading lamp. It's just because none of those things are things that I use, that I like, that I would want to enhance. But I wanted to show you what it would take to get me to sell out. These are the sponsors I would look for, and this is going to get super unhinged. So take this as a bit of a joke video, but at the same time, if it were to happen, I'm not going to say no. I'm going to take the money, to be honest. But these are brands that I actually like, but you're going to see this is going to get really unhinged. I went a little ridiculous with this. So one brand that can get me to sell out is Smarties. Smarties. This is the French equivalent. Well, I mean, I think it's broader Europe because it's from the Nestle brand. But for me, growing up, it was the French equivalent of the M&M candy coated chocolates. Love Smarties. I still eat them to this day. I always fill up when I go back to France. This is always in my suitcase. So Smarties, or Nestle, I'm here. On another snack issue, I don't have them because I ate up my stash, but Petit brand, I really love les petits Ecolier, but only chocolat fin, so the darker chocolate is what I like. I don't like milk chocolate. But les petits Ecolier, chocolat fin, okay, yeah, I'll sell out for that because I eat those all the time. Or Pims, but only orange flavor. I don't like the raspberry flavor. I only like orange. So orange Beams, for those of you guys who don't know what any of those brands are. So Le Petit Ecolier is a really delightful butter biscuit with a fine strip of chocolate, although as I mentioned, I only like the darker chocolate. Fine chocolate, and there's a stamp of a Petit Ecolier, which is a little schoolboy. Love that. In Japan, they have their own version of a butter biscuit with chocolate on it, but I just don't like it at all. It has to be Le Petit Ecolier from France. And then Pims Orange is, I know there's a word for this in English, and I know there's a word for this in English because there was a online interview happening with Tom Holland and Zendaya, and the producers of that show presented Tom Holland with this particular biscuit, which they know he loves, and it's this biscuit. It's a very delightful sponge cake biscuit with orange jam in it and a chocolate layer over it. The combination of the soft sponge biscuit and the crackling of the chocolate crisp layer with that little bit of orange jam that comes in. Oh, genius flavors, love it. But yeah, in that interview, he was trying to get Zendaya to try one, and she's like, "Ooh, no, I don't like chocolate and fruits together," which I typically don't as well. Although but that was the only like chocolate fruit combination I liked as a kid, and again, only the orange flavor. But as an adult, I've gotten better with more of those delightful combinations. But yeah, Pims Orange, those love. Another, let's stay with food a little bit longer. Pepperidge Farm. Pepperidge Farm, I particularly like the Brussels dark chocolate variety. These are not sold in Japan. If you could bring this to Japan, I would really appreciate, or just, you know, as I said, have me sell out to promote your products. Because Pepperidge Farm, Brussels, I also really liked Geneva. Geneva is my other favorite, but it just turns out that recently they canceled these individual packages of the Geneva line, and now they're only available in the cookie tin, the assortment. No. So yes, Pepperidge Farm, give me a call. Going back to France, again in the chocolate variety of à la Mere de Famille. À la Mere de Famille is a very famous chocolate maker. And à la Mere de Famille, for specifically, they make these chocolate dragées. So traditionally, a dragée is again a candy coated chocolate, but dragée usually has an almond in it. But these are just the pure chocolate, but they're so good. I buy a kilo. This is like 500 grams, but I usually buy a kilo, and I leave them in my desk at work, and then I just eat 1 or 2 a day. And these are genius. These are like adult version of Smarties, you know, like this is for like cheap fun, like still tasty, do you know, eat while I'm watching a movie, enjoy myself, you know, Halloween candy type thing. And this is like, ooh, the chocolate, ooh, so good. And the candy colored coating, fantastic. So those are all the chocolates that I would sell out for. And then we get into another French brand, which is Teisseire. So on YouTube, when all the booktubers are like this, they're like, there's nothing better than, you know, a winter or a rainy day to pick up a book and with a blanket by the window and a hot mug of tea or coffee. Ooh. I hate coffee and I hate tea, but Teisseire syrups, especially la menthe and la grenadine, do 2 classic French syrups where we, as kids, we mix it in with water, and it's like our version of Kool-Aid. I drink this every day, all day, all the time. This is my jam. This is what I drink because I don't like any of the other drinks. So Teisseire, menthe, grenadine. Ooh, or if you get the peach syrup and you put the peach syrup not in flat water but in carbonated water, ooh, delightful in the summer. That's a good combination in summer. That's a really delightful drink. Okay, so that's the food category of what will get me to sell out on this channel. Let me move on to soaps and perfumes. Roger Gallet. Roger Gallet. You already, if you're here watching my video and you're from Roger Gallet, you already know that I am a old school fan because these boxes don't even exist anymore. They stopped making these boxes, but these boxes are really great. Well, first they hold soap. This is the gingembre soap. I mean, I don't even have to put my nose on it. I can already smell it from here. I can already smell it while it's still in the box. But I love these soaps. These last forever. They don't melt in the shower and they last forever. And the scent is amazing. And I feel like I am an Egyptian queen when I bathe my body with this soap. But the boxes are really great because they're really great for cutlery. You know, Marie Kondo, keep your boxes, keep things organized. They're very great for cutlery. They're also really good as pencil boxes, you know, stationery. So very, very good for that. So yeah, Roger Gallet soaps. Bring the boxes back, but also feel free to have me become your brand ambassador. I also like your perfumes. I wear these perfumes every day. These are actually really good. These are just the Eau de Toilette, which is obviously weaker than the Eau de Cologne. But these are really great for living in Japan because they smell really nice. They have so many really good scents. But they're not so strong where like people can smell you from like, 80 feet away. So really great for Japan because the scent is for me and not for other people, I remember I had just put on this perfume and I was in the living room with my grandma and my mom, and my mom said, "Oh, that's a very nice perfume." And my grandma was like, "Oh, I don't smell anything." And I'm like, "Oh, well, you're not. I don't put it on that strong. I'm not like, shh, I'm just a one. For this, I'm just a 1 or 2 spritz. That's it. I don't do more than that. I don't want to drown myself in perfume." She's like, "Well, I can't smell that." And I'm like, that's not the point. She's like, "Well, what's the point of perfume if you don't want to smell like perfume?" And I'm like, "It's because you have to get close to me to smell it. Right? It's seduction, like." Anyway, Roger Gallet. I will gladly be your brand ambassador. It would look something like this. All right, let's get into more unhinged. So now that I'm Roger Gallet, another thing that I would sell out for, a little bit of Cartier, I will sell out for you. Boucheron, also French jewelry brand, Boucheron, I will also sell out for you. I am very happy to become your brand ambassador. And also a brand that for some reason gets looked over, even though it's one of the most majestic jewelry brands in France. But everyone gets stuck on Cartier and Bulgari, which I also like Cartier and Bulgari, but Chaumet, my boy Chaumet, we're very good friends. And I will be pleased to be your brand ambassador if you are interested. Yes. The only thing I have to say to these brands, especially Boucheron, let me show you this. Let me show you the videos of this. These jewelry cases. So here's the box. Just the box of the box. Little proof of purchase. The certificate of authenticity. But here's the case. Guess what I bought in this? Guess what I bought to have this case? This huge case for this tiny little ring. I love this ring. I mean, it's little, but it's gorgeous, right? Gorgeous. But the box is a little bit much. It's a little excessive. Anyway, Boucheron, still feel free to call me and take my suggestions for making smaller boxes. So there. If luxury brands would love to have me as their brand ambassador, I will sell out, and I hope that you guys will understand that decision. Last but not least, the most unhinged request. I live in Japan, and I play the violin. I'm an amateur violinist, but that shouldn't matter, right? Passion is passion. So if the Nippon Foundation, if the Nippon Foundation would like to use me as their brand ambassador, I would love that. So どうぞよろしくお願いします。これからもいろいろ楽しみにしてます。Yes, so brand ambassador for the Nippon Foundation, which if you're not familiar with the Nippon Foundation is a foundation. They own incredible violins. They have many Stradivarius violins. They have Guarneri violins. They have just exquisite violins that they often loan to professional soloists, competition winners, etc., etc. Ray Chen is one of their his violin is being loaned from them right now. This one is my own personal violin that I purchased myself, not from the Nippon Foundation because I'm not at that level, but I could be if I became a brand ambassador. But this is what it would look like for me to hold a violin in the way of a brand ambassador. I love my violin. It's gorgeous. Look at that back, stunning. I also have this Concert Violin Steiner written on the scroll. Let me get closer. Beautiful. Love my violin. But we could always do more. Also, shout out to my bow maker, Alexander Langhoff, from Germany. I really enjoy your bow. Thank you for making this for me, apparently. You did not make this for me, but because I purchased it, it's almost as if you did. So I appreciate that. And there is the shout out. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's, you know, you see it's a joke. I mean, all these brands, like, I use them, I recommend them. This is, if you want to know what I like, you know, if you were curious, I wonder what she drinks while she reads a book. Now you know. I wonder what she snacks on while she reads a book. Now you know. I know what she's wearing when she's talking to us on a video. Now you know. This is what I'm wearing. Today I'm wearing Chaumet, 2 Chaumet pieces, and I'm wearing Cartier, and then I have some private jewelry that are brand. Well, this one's brandless because it's too old, and this is a random Japanese brand that's on the less expensive side, but it doesn't matter because I love it just as much. So anyways, this video is so stupid. This is so stupid. But in any case, if you would like to contact me to be your brand ambassador, none of my information is in the description box below. You will have to do some detective work to get in contact with me. I have new followers on Letterboxd, although no direct messaging is available there. But people have been finding me on Instagram. It's the same username. You don't need to follow me, but if you want to contact me, that's probably the best way to do it in terms of becoming your brand ambassador. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little insight into my personality and to my tastes as an individual on the internet. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.